Hello students, welcome to my channel Maths with Pannu. Today we will discuss about the topic of probability. So students, what is the probability? It is the possibility of an event. Suppose that you have a coin. We start with a very common example in our daily life. Suppose students, you have a coin and you have to toss it and you get a sample space, means you get two possibilities. One is head and the other one is tail. Okay, suppose if we toss a coin, then we get the possibility of getting an head on the face of coin, or otherwise we get tail. Okay, so what is the sample space? Sample space is the collection of all the past possibilities you can have in your topic. Like you have here, you have a question of tossing a coin. Okay, so suppose that sometimes we have two coins, then we have the more possibilities. Like suppose that you have two coins and first of all you toss the first coin and you get head. Okay, and with the head on the second coin you also get head. Okay, this is the first possibility. Or maybe you get the tail on both the coins, and on the first coin you get head and on the second coin you get tail, and on the first coin you get tail and on the second coin you get head. Then you can write your sample space as both of the coins you can get, you get head, and maybe you get tail and tail, and the next one, first of is head, second one is tail, and first of all tail and the second one is head. So students, you have four possibility in this manner. Then if the question is that find the probability of getting exactly two heads. Okay, exactly two heads, then how can you find the answer? The formula of probability is, in the denominator we write total outcomes. Okay, total outcomes, and in the numerator you can write the number of favorable outcomes. The number of favorable outcomes. Okay, so we have in this sample space we have four outcomes: first, second, third and fourth. So students, you get total four outcomes. Okay, and exactly two heads. You can see very carefully in both the cases you have head. It means that in the on the face of the two coins you get head when you toss the coin. Then this is the only possibility, means we have the number of favorable cases is 1. So the answer is 1 by 4. Okay, and suppose if he asks you in your first question, find the probability of tail. Okay, then in your first part you have the sample space 2, total outcomes is 2. Then you can write in the denominator 2, and what is the possibility of head? You can see only 1. Then we can write here 1. So we get our answer 1 by 2. Okay, and students, if you have three coins, then you have the sample space like this. First of all you get three heads on your three coins. Okay, after that you get three times of tail. Okay, and the first possibility you get the head at the first place and at the second place and the third place, sorry, head, in this way. On the first place you get head, on the second place and on the third place. Then at the second and third place you get tail, and the first and third place you get tail. In the same way you can write here first place, at the first place and second place you get tail, and on the third place you get head. And the same possibility is that you get tail on the first place, on the second place, on the third place, and you get head on the remaining places. In this way you get your possibility of tossing 3 coins at a time. Means you get head on the 3 ones or tail on the 3 ones, and all these possibilities. So count the possibilities: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we get the sample space of 3 coins is 8. Okay, and suppose that if we ask you find the probability of getting at most 2 heads. Okay, he says you getting at most 2 heads, at most 2 heads, for example. So how we can find at most 2 heads? You can see that what is the meaning of at most. At most means maximally 2, not more than 2. Okay, so maximally 2 we get this possibility क्योंकि at most 2 heads मतलब ज़्यादा तो ज़्यादा 2 heads, and minimum we can take 1 head or 0 head also. So this is the first possibility, second possibility, and third one, and fourth, fifth, sixth, and 7. Means we get 7 possibility overall, but we cannot take 3 h because at most 2 heads means we can't take more than 2 heads. Okay, then our answer is 7 by 8. And if he says at least 2 heads, at least 2 heads means minimum 2 heads, and you can take more than 2 heads also. In that case you can take first and minimum 2 heads, second, third, fourth. Okay, so we get 4 upon 8 in that case. So students, this is the probability. You can take any other example. We can simply take an example like if you have a bag, and in a bag you have many types of balls, like you have 10 green balls, okay, and 5 blue balls, okay, and 4 white balls, suppose that, and total number of balls is 10 plus 5 plus 4. Okay, 10 plus 5 plus 4, then a total number of balls is 19, because 10 plus 5 plus 4 is equal to 19. Then we get 19 overall. In the denominator you get 19, and if you have to find the probability of green balls, then we have the 10 green balls in our bag, then we get the probability 10 upon 19. Okay, so this is the basics of probability. And students, if you have an die, and we have in the die we get 1 2 3 4 5 6, total number of outcomes is 6 in a die, we know that. And if he asks us find the probability of even numbers, then students, what are even numbers? Even numbers are those which are divisible by 2. Okay, then 2 4 6 we get, but total number of outcomes you can write here 6, and number of favorable outcomes is 1 2 3, because 2 4 6 are the numbers which are divisible by 2, means these are even numbers. So we can write here 3 upon 6, and by cancelling it you get 1 by 2. In the same way, if we ask you the odd numbers, then you can write here total number of outcomes is 6. And what are the odd numbers? 1, 3 and 5. So you can write here 3 upon 6. In the same way, you get 1 by 2. And if we ask us about the prime numbers, so you know that prime number are those which are not divisible by any number except 1 or itself. Then prime number is 2, 3 and 5. This is also 3 in counting. Then we can write here 3 upon 6 and we get the same answer. And in the same way, you can say that find the possibility of the numbers more than 3. Okay, more than 3 is 4, 5, 6. So our answer is 3 upon 6. So you can get any type of possibility. Then means I mean to say that probability of an event is the total number of outcomes we write in the denominator, and the number of favorable outcomes we can write in the numerator. So students, these are some basics of probability, and the concept of probability is very wide, and we will discuss all its types in my next videos. Thank you so much.